Morning, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day. I hope it's a great day for you. And overall, just show love to everyone. It's not just about your sweetie, it's about showing the love. So, my name is Jackie Schwab. I am the founder of the Press Play Lifestyle Signature System and also a professional success coach. You can learn more about all of my fun stuff at jackieschwab.com. So, today I wanted to talk a little bit about managing the morning madness. Now, if you are a mama who works out of the home, this time of day can be literally the worst time of day ever. Um, it might go something like this, right? So, as you're about to walk out the door with your kids in tow to put them in the van, one of them remembers that they needed a snack for the whole class today. The other one forgets that they have basketball practice and needs their gym clothes, which are not in hand. Maybe another one realizes they need their boots or they can't play outside, all of which you have no idea where those things are. Now, I'm sure we all have billions of more stories about the craziness that morning madness can lead us to. And I have to say, and I I am not always at my best early in the morning. There may have been a few days of the crazy banshee screaming insano mama that came out in the mornings. However, I have had to make some changes in my routine to help with the morning madness routine, so it's not quite so maddening. And the reason this all came about was I was talking to one of my one-on-one coaching clients, and she's like, I don't know how you do it with 4 kids. I only have one and things are crazy. And I think it's a good idea once in a while for us to um, realize that it doesn't matter if you have one kiddo or no kiddos or 10 kiddos. Um, the morning can be crazy, right? And so my crazy isn't necessarily worse or better than her crazy. We're all just trying to get through it. So I think the biggest lesson for me is sometimes my mouth can block my blessings, and I need to know when to keep it zipped. That would be a big one in terms of because yelling at them doesn't actually help very much. Oh, hi there. We have a fan in Cyprus. All right. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for joining us today. Um, so your mouth can block your blessings, right? Sometimes it's super important to know when to keep it shut. Screaming at your child like a crazy banshee is not necessarily going to motivate them or influence them to find their basketball shoes any faster and get into the car. So when we're talking about managing the morning, essentially it's trying to find some habits that work for you and then chaining some of those habits together. But that sounds kind of complicated sometimes, and it also feels like a whole lot of work. So I like to start out with just what's one thing you want to stop doing in the morning. Now, maybe that's you want to stop screaming like a crazy banshee. That's a fair one to stop. Maybe it's you want to stop forgetting everyone's homework or stop forgetting people's backpacks or lunches. And if you can identify one thing you want to stop, then you can take one action every day toward making it better. So for us, and for example, somehow no one knows where their shoes are. I don't know how no one knows where their shoes are because they were wearing those shoes the entire day before. But alas, none of the 4 children seem to know where their shoes are. So what we ended up doing was creating just a little cubby, and I have kids from 6, 8, 10, and 14. So we're not talking about just the little ones being goofballs, like even the older ones are goofballs. So we have a cubby system now. And what we do is every night before bed, we check the cubby to make sure that everyone's shoes are in their cubby. So that in the morning, when inevitably they will lose their shoes or do not think they know where they are, guess what? We know where they are. They're in the cubby. Now, it works great with my little 2, actually. It seems to be the older 2 who refuse to use the cubby system that it doesn't work with. But one of the things you can try to do is identify something that you want to stop doing. Shoes. Hi, Chris. My teenager still does that. See, right? I told you the 14-year-old is the one that is the most trouble. So one option is something you want to stop doing. Another is something you want to start doing. For me, I was running around like a crazy person, kind of getting everything done, and then I get to work and realize I hadn't eaten anything. Now, I'm a hangry person. If mama doesn't get her food, she is not a very pleasant person to be around. And so I would just be getting angrier and angrier, meaner and meaner all the way to the point that I got to the office. And then I'm like, oh, I'm hangry. All right. But then your choices are awful, right? They're not very energizing or good choices. So I started making myself toast when I was making the kids something to eat. Just that one tiny change. You can even ask my kids. They have felt much less attacked in the morning because I'm not starving anymore. And then if one stop doing doesn't work or one start doing doesn't work, maybe there's just one thing you like to do a little bit better. Maybe you would like to put all of the coats and jackets and hats and mittens in the same place, even though for the most part everyone usually gets them. And just work on one thing for at least a month because these are little people, right? Even if you work on it for 7 years, like I said, the 14-year-old's shoes are still, I don't know where her shoes are even right now. I'm she has a day off. They're probably under the bed or something. But just pick one thing you want to stop doing, start doing, or do better. I found that I needed a new routine, like a whole new routine, but every time I try to do it all at once, it just crashed and burned and failed miserably. So what I really ended up doing was getting up before everyone else. Like this morning, I got up a little earlier. It was accidental, but I was like, ooh, free time. What am I going to do? And I took a little walk on the treadmill. And actually, it felt phenomenal. And I don't know why I don't do that more often. But it was still an opportunity for me to get up, shake out my cranky pants, maybe have my toast before the rest of the kids get up, and have my morning go a little bit better. Well, hopefully you found some value in this. If you did, please click like or maybe share with another friend who's got crazy morning madness going on or their teenagers can never find their shoes. Please come join our free Success with Balance for Career Driven Moms Facebook group. It's a group with other moms like you and I get together and we talk about things that make us crazy, what we want to do for ourselves so that we can be the best moms ever. So one other quick teaser, if you check my personal profile page out next week, Monday, we'll be announcing a launch of a new group coaching case study program. Very limited entry. I'm only going to take on 16 clients into that program. So look forward to seeing that information out there on Monday. You can also find it on Monday on the Press Play Lifestyle page. So this is Jackie Schwab reminding you to embrace your pause, play the game you want to win, and prosper with your life by design, not by default, and wear your shoes go into the cubbies. All right, guys, so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys all next week, Monday. We're all taking the weekend off, so I'll see you soon. Bye.